Barely 6 months after the great prophet of the Most High, Prophet D.B. Joshua, passed on, my little sister, who happened to be a nurse, in real life, called me. She told me she had a dream. She had a dream she cannot explain, that she saw Prophet D.B. Joshua in her dream. She narrated the whole dream. My dear, I saw D.B. Joshua in my dream today. The place I saw him, he was lying down on the corridor. He laid flat on the corridor, and there was a man beside him. And that man knows D.B. Joshua very well because of the way he was speaking to him. The man was very furious because he said D.B. Joshua laid down there and none of his disciples were there to look after him, that they just left him there. None of them cared. That had it been they came on time, that D.B. Joshua wouldn't have died. That was the word he used. And in that dream, D.B. Joshua was, his eyes were opened. So he looked at the man like, you see now, they should have done that. He shrugged his shoulders, but they didn't do it. Because the man was saying that since D.B. Joshua gave those disciples the power to pray, because D.B. Joshua can raise someone from the dead, so why didn't the disciples pray for D.B. Joshua so that he can rise up from death? According to what the man was saying. So after a couple of minutes, the next thing that happened was that D.B. Joshua was on a sick bed in a hospital, and then it happened that I was the one giving him medication. So I popped his medication out to give him. So I put that medication, just one, into his mouth. The color was blue. So I put it in his mouth, and before I knew it, he spat it out, and then 2 tablets came out. I was wondering, how come 2 tablets came out when I only gave him 1? Because in that dream, he was struggling to swallow. I tried to give him the tablets, but he was not able to take it. In that room, there were 2 women, and I'm not too sure. I can't say for sure if that was his wife. The person was huge. Same size, big, same size as Mama Evelyn. Not sure it was Mama Evelyn, but from the way the person was looking after him, they were related. Then I woke up. That was what happened. It was just a dream. Just a dream. I had to say this out because sometimes, not sometimes, always, dreams are spiritual things and they can only be unraveled spiritually. So if you neglect such things, it might turn out negative, might cause trouble. I didn't know what to do. Frankly speaking, it's not today she told me this. I've been fighting within me whether to say it or not to say it. But on second thought, I decided to say it so that whoever is concerned, whoever has been mentioned in this dream, can take a U-turn, can make a rethink. That's why I'm saying this. That's why I made out this time to do this broadcast, to bring this update. Those of you that happen to have a spiritual understanding of some things, my very self, I'm not so matured as when it comes to discerning spiritual things. So it's left for you to dig spiritually into this dream and find out the message that is trying to come up. If you're among the people mentioned, check yourself, your relationship with late prophet TB Joshua, whether you did what you're supposed to do or you failed in some ways. It's left for you. There is still time. As long as you are living, there is still time for you to make amends. Have you been faithful to your master? Have you been faithful to your calling? Have you been a true, what do I call it, apostle? You know yourself. I know my very self. Think twice. Like I said before, this was just a dream. And I know dreams are for something. It's meant to teach some people a lesson. It's meant to give some instructions. If you follow it wisely and if you discern it well as it should, it was just a dream. Mind you, the dreamer in question has not been to Synagogue Church of All Nations before, has neither had any encounter with late prophet TB Joshua, his wife Mama Evelyn Joshua, nor any member of the Synagogue Church of All Nations. She only watches their program through the cable. Please, if your name is mentioned or you are somehow affected by this, by the dream she narrated, don't be furious or take it personal. It is not in any way meant to dent your image. Remember, it was just a dream.